This woman just transmigrated into a male-focused short drama as a worthless supporting character. Her fake sister and that sister's new lover secretly drugged her with a love potion. The next second, she realized the drug was real. Her body burned at the richest family's birthday banquet. But just then, she spotted the family's CEO. A man left comatose after a car accident. Unexpectedly, the vegetative patient opened his eyes. He had a handsome face and strong muscles, but could not speak. She immediately asked him for help. The man shouted inside his mind that she was a beast for attacking a helpless patient. At that moment, she discovered she could hear his thoughts. He could hear hers too. She apologized and offered to help him in return. He told her to get lost and get off his bed. She tried to hide in a closet, but it was too late. The CEO's mother was already on her way. Suddenly, the mother walked in. The CEO demanded she grind this shameless woman to dust, but the mother looked at them and called the woman her daughter-in-law. The next second, she handed over a credit card with no spending limit. Then she placed a family heirloom worth $10 billion on the woman's wrist. She promised to transfer all the family's property if the woman gave them a grandchild. The woman remembered her own father wanted to sell her to an old man. She immediately accepted this sudden fortune. The CEO screamed inside his mind that he did not agree. His mother laughed and told him to stand up and take the heirloom back if he could. Just then, a doctor rushed in. The CEO's heartbeat had jumped from dangerously slow to completely normal. The doctor said he might wake up at any second. The woman pretended to cry and told the CEO he had to wake up. Otherwise, his good-for-nothing illegitimate brother would take over the company and ruin everyone's jobs. The CEO saw through her fake tears. She stopped pretending and proposed a deal. Marry her. She could hear his thoughts and take care of him. He could protect her from her dangerous family. Win-win. He told her to leave. She turned to go. Unexpectedly, he said he wanted water. She immediately called him husband. He told her not to use that word. She called him husband again. He called her thick-skinned. She thanked him for the compliment. Then she announced she would feed him the water herself, whether he liked it or not. Just then, his illegitimate brother barged into the room without knocking. The brother recognized her as the pathetic loser who used to chase after someone. She said she stopped chasing anyone long ago. She turned to the comatose CEO, declared she only loved him now, and made a kissing sound. The brother ordered her to leave. She refused, saying the brother might bully her husband. The brother laughed and insulted the CEO, calling him a waste. He boasted that the CEO's company, property, and land were all his now. At that moment, the woman shot back. A mere illegitimate child dared to ride over her husband. She announced that only she was allowed to ride him. The woman just slapped the illegitimate brother across the face. He screamed that she was crazy. She declared she hit him because a sister-in-law is like a mother. The next second, she told him to get out and stop disturbing her and her husband from having a baby. The brother ran off in fury. Suddenly, the CEO ordered her to get off his bed immediately. She refused and told him to roll off himself if he did not want to sleep with her. The CEO fumed silently. Just then, she realized she might have gone too far, arguing with the plant man. She apologized. At that moment, she accidentally pulled him off the bed. Panicking, she tried to slow down his racing heart. Unexpectedly, she kissed him. He called her a lomao. She said it was her first kiss. He did not believe her. She offered to kiss him again to prove how bad her technique was. He immediately believed her and ordered her to help him back onto the bed. The woman then compared their lives. Both had cheating fathers and broken families. But she had it worse. Her mother was dead, and she could not return home. She swore she would never betray him because she could read his mind. She said she loved plants and plant people. The next second, he told her to help him back into bed. She asked if that meant he would share the bed. He told her to shut up. That night, she complained she was cold and hugged him. He told her not to move. She teased him about being sensitive and asked if he was also a first-timer. He told her to close her mouth and go to sleep. She threatened to post his abs photos on the company website. He immediately told her to sleep. The next morning, she ordered the kitchen to make everything the CEO wanted to eat. The mother arrived and praised the woman as the family's lucky star. Just then, the mother handed her a bowl of pigeon soup. The next second, the woman collapsed. A doctor rushed in. Suddenly, the doctor announced the woman was pregnant. Suddenly, not just one baby, but twins. Both were healthy. The mother screamed with joy. She immediately ordered someone to bring all the villa deeds. At that moment, she handed the woman 199 villas in prime locations across the country. Then she transferred 30% of the family company shares to the woman's name. The mother called it a small, welcome gift for the grandchildren. The woman was stunned. The mother told her to go tell the CEO the good news. He might wake up from the shock. Just then, a different scene unfolded. An older woman and a younger man snuck into the CEO's room. The man said the CEO had been comatose for half a year. He planned to steal the CEO's fingerprint to open the private safe. He boasted that everything would be his. Unexpectedly, someone noticed they were missing. A voice asked where the man had gone. Another voice answered that he was chasing after the woman. The trap was set. The nephew and his mother sneaked into the CEO's room to steal his fingerprint. Suddenly, the CEO's eyes opened. The nephew panicked, but his mother told him to stop watching too many dramas. Just then, the woman burst in and caught them. She called them a pair of villains up to no good. The nephew's mother insulted the CEO and called him a waste. The woman threatened to knock her teeth out. The mother laughed and said the woman had no one to protect her. The woman announced she was pregnant with twins. The nephew panicked again. His mother told him to calm down. Unexpectedly, the nephew grabbed a weapon. He declared he could kill the woman's unborn children because he was the family's only grandson. The elders would protect him. The woman told him to leave immediately. The next second, he lunged at her. At that moment, the woman screamed. The nephew mocked her, asking what a pregnant woman and a plant man could do to stop him. He boasted that without her babies, everything in the family would be his. Just then, a massive crash echoed through the room. Suddenly, the CEO stood up. He had woken from his coma. The nephew refused to believe it, but the CEO grabbed him and slammed him against the wall. The nephew begged for mercy. The CEO declared that if he had not woken up, he would not have known they dared to touch his woman and child. The nephew's mother immediately switched sides. She shouted that it was all her son's fault. She offered to beat him herself. The next second, she grabbed a stick and started hitting her own son. The nephew screamed that she was his real mother. She whispered that no one dared to disobey the CEO. She would rather beat her son now than have them both tortured later. She told him to endure the pain. She promised to hit lightly. This woman lay unconscious in the hospital, her twins barely saved. But when she opened her eyes, the CEO who just woke from a coma was staring at her. Unexpectedly, she could no longer hear his thoughts. She panicked and tested him by thinking insults. He showed no reaction. She tried to leave. He asked where she was going. She said home. The next second, he asked if he had permitted her to go home. She assumed he was kicking her out and decided to raise the babies alone. Just then, he told her to stop. They needed to talk about the child. She feared he wanted to abort the pregnancy. Suddenly, he announced they would not go home yet. First, they would get the marriage certificate. At that moment, she realized he was voluntarily marrying her. She thought he would not punish her for all the things she had done to him before. The assistant arrived and said a helicopter was ready for the board meeting. The CEO called her clumsy and said he had to take care of her. The next second, he handed her a card. He ordered her to spend every penny before coming home. She kissed him and thanked him. But immediately, he thought to himself that she was a little troublemaker. He had not forgotten what she did to him. Then she gasped. He could hear her thoughts again.